Here's Donald Trump talking with Laura Ingraham again about air traffic controllers.
Where you blasted the air traffic controllers who had not shown up for work and offered potentially a bonus of $10,000 for those who have worked despite the shutdown. Are you worried that given the fact that we have a deficit of air traffic controllers still, I know we're trying to change that, that might be a difficult
No, we don't
position?
have much of a deficit, and we have a lot of people want the job. What I was not happy when I saw all these people, we have to, look, life is not so easy for anybody. Our country's never done better. We should not have had people leaving their jobs. And what I basically did is say the ones that stayed, of which there were a lot of them, I'm sending them a $10,000 bonus.
Where's that money coming from?
I don't know. I'll get it from someplace. I always get the money from someplace regardless. It doesn't matter. I do a lot of bonuses for people because it's really something that, it's like the American way when you think about it. So here's somebody that goes and shows up every single day. Some of them showed up early because they knew there was going to be a problem. Those people should be rewarded. Others, we can't make it. We can't. You know, a lot of the people that showed up also had a second job. They took a second job temporarily, but they all know the money's coming, and the money was coming. So I want to reward the people that showed up without a lot of nonsense, without a lot of talk. They did their job, and in many cases, they worked longer hours to get us through this period.
So Donald Trump attacked air traffic controllers, attacked the people that were struggling and trying to figure out how they're going to make ends meet as they weren't getting their paychecks, attacked the people that had to take second jobs, which is also dangerous. We're going to get to a lot of that in a minute, and said, I'm going to give $10,000 to the patriots. Hey, you know what? Let's go to what is that he said, because Laura Ingraham only flashed his Truth Social post about how much he hates air traffic controllers because that's making him look bad. All air traffic controllers must get back to work now, is what he posted. Anyone who doesn't will be substantially docked. For those air traffic controllers who were great patriots and didn't take any time off for the Democrat shutdown hoax, I'll be recommended a bonus of $10,000 per person for distinguished service to our country. For those that did nothing but complain and took time off, even though everyone knew they'd be paid in full shortly into the future, I'm not happy with you. I'm not happy with you. You didn't step up to help the USA against the fake Democrat attack that was only meant to hurt our country. You'll have a negative mark, at least in my mind, against your record. If you want to leave service in the near future, please do not hesitate to do so with no payment or severance of any kind. You'll be quickly replaced by true patriots who will do a better job on the brand new state-of-the-art equipment, the best in the world, that we are in the process of ordering. When's that coming, bro? The last administration wasted billions of dollars trying to fix antiquated junk. They had no idea what they were doing. Again, to our great American patriots, God bless you. I won't be able to send you your money fast enough. To all others, report to work immediately. There's so much in that little dictator's post there that reveals so much about him. He has no idea how anything works. He's super disconnected from any regular Americans. He thinks people have $110,000 worth of savings. They're just waiting around from air traffic control pay, that they're like just being lazy. How dare you don't come in and work? No pay and more work. What's wrong with you? He expects people to work for no money. And he calls the people that he claimed went in, that he has no idea who went in or why, true patriots. And what he thought is giving a nice little, kickback to some of the good ones that, follow his orders. Which, by the way, where's he going to get the $10,000 for the good ones, the true patriots? He has no clue. What happened to that $27 trillion that you got in your bank account, buddy? What happened to those tariff shelves that you keep telling other folks that the people that you work with are looking for the money? And you go, check the tariff shelf.
The other day, it was very interesting. They found $31 billion. They said, sir, we found 31. I said, you mean positively, right? They said, yeah, 31 million more than we knew. And they said, we don't know where it came from. I said, check the tariff shelf. They came back the following morning. They said, you're right, sir, it came from the tariffs. We've never seen anything like this. Remember 2 months ago, they said, we found $29 billion, a lot of money. They found $29 billion, sir. We don't know where it is. I said, where did it come from? They said, we just don't know. I said, check the tariff shelf. I call it the tariff shelf because the money is so ridiculous. It's enormous. They called me up the next morning. Sir, you're right. It came in from additional tariffs. $29 billion.
Where's that? But you can't come up with the $10,000 per every air traffic controller that you're lying to and saying that you're going to give them $10,000. He just thinks everybody's going to listen to everything he says and have zero thoughts or questions about what it is he's talking about. I'm going to give air traffic controllers a $10,000 bonus. And then someone says, where are you getting that from? I don't know. I'm going to find it somewhere. It's the American way, right? I'm going to find it somewhere. Who knows? I'm going to steal it somewhere. I'm a thief. Remember? I'm a 34-time felon. Don't you remember? Let me give you guys an example of what it is that these folks went through that he's now attacking. I wanted to set the stage for how much of an asshole he is and how little he knows about, as I said earlier, anything. Here's the Southern Regional Vice President of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association talking about what it is that they've been going through.
What are you hearing from all of the air traffic controllers? What they're doing when they do go to work, what it's even like, how they even find out when it turns out other people aren't coming in?
It is unimaginably tough right now for controllers. And I've talked to a few today. Every day, it seems like there's a new story. The problem is you don't know where anyone's breaking point is at. And I mean financial breaking point, or where they just get to the hopeless piece of, I don't know what to do. The problem here, though, is everybody has got adult responsibilities. You may have childcare or a house or an apartment or a car, and they spend their time when they're not at work worrying about how long can I stretch this out? What things do I have to start cutting out of my life? Am I going to get evicted next month? I mean, I had a phone call today of someone who is on the verge of being evicted from an apartment. And this is someone who is a brand new air traffic controller. And this is their welcome to your new career moment.
Those are the regular people that Donald Trump is attacking. Those are the regular folks that Donald Trump said are being lazy. And I can't believe they take a second job. Those ones who took a second job, how could they do such a thing? Here's a real life example. Someone took this video from their experience. I believe they said it was on a Southwest airline flight. Doesn't really matter. But the pilot stepped forward and told them the situation because they'd been grounded and waiting to take off for a long time.
I don't really care what your political persuasion is, but you should really call your senator. Because I'll tell you, this is costing the airlines millions of dollars. And just think of 30 airplanes with one engine running. And it's going to take us at least 90 minutes to take off. So it's frustrating. It's really frustrating for me. Because right now it's going to cost about 2 hours of our lives on the ground before we even take off, spend all that gas, all that money, and it just rolls into the rest of this system. So right now we're at a 4% reduction in flight capacity. Next week we go to 10. Last night I had a 6-hour delay in Houston, and the weather was perfect. It's because the air traffic controllers aren't getting paid.
Yeah, let me drill the point home. Here's that air traffic controller guy who's the head of the Southern Regional Department of it, saying more.
I mentioned Uber, people doing Uber drivers on the side, people being waiters on the side, by the way, when they should be able to sleep, and they're doing all of this. What are you hearing about things like that?
Everything you just said, I've heard, and I want to highlight the fact that you just hit the nail on the head. When you're not at work, you should be recovering. You should be resting, spending time with your family, doing the things that someone that's not at work does. But when someone gets off work as an air traffic controller, we don't, as a country, want them to have to go work for Uber or go stock shelves at a grocery store. That's another one that I heard today. Or go wait tables and then turn around and get minimal sleep and go back to their main career, where we want them to show up well rested, on their A game, to do a job that is extraordinarily important, that requires a lot of focus. They're deferring their mortgages. They're trying to figure out, how long can I continue to pay for childcare, which allows me to come to work anyway, because you can't bring your child to work.
Yeah.
This is what they're dealing with on a daily basis, and it's disgusting.
The president does not know about child care. He didn't take care of his children. The president of the United States does not know about having to sleep because, you have a stressful job, because he's never had one. The president of the United States doesn't know about how regular people deal with things like deferring their mortgages and having to deal with those issues, because the dumb just announced a 50-year mortgage plan and said, what's the big deal? deal. It's not like you're paying more.
This 50-year mortgage idea. So a significant MAGA backlash. Is that really a good idea?
It's not even a big deal. I mean, you know, you go from 40 to 50 years, and what it means is
50,
you pay something less from 30. That some people had a 40, and then now they have a 50. All it means is you pay less per month. You pay it over a longer period of time. It's not like a big factor.
So why would he have any idea about the people he's screaming and shouting about how they have to return to work and hurry up? How he congratulated some for having second and third jobs. Because, you know, nobody has kids, you know, because no one needs sleep, especially as an air traffic controller. He doesn't care. It's why when that first plane, I believe, went down in New York or maybe Hudson, early in this administration, and he stepped forward and got to blaming everybody else. Everybody else. He even went up there and started talking about some DEI because he couldn't for a second in his brain spark enough empathy to go, people died today. People died in the air in the United States of America. And I'm going to come forward and start blaming people. He doesn't care. I mean, I'm not getting on any planes anytime soon.